let's move down this timeline to the penis at age 50. And, you know, I just turned 50. And I'm going to speak for all the 50-year-old men out there, and for the women who love us, let me speak about this issue. You know, the first time it doesn't all work perfectly, you're positive that you're in peri-ED or you just have an erectile dysfunction. You're already there in your mind. So it brings fear upon you. Performance anxiety, all those things start to hang up on us. Impotence, remember, is not having a problem once. It's having a problem at least 3/4 of the time. That's how we define impotence officially. This is the age when men start to have a lot of problems in the bedroom. And the erectile dysfunction we're talking about paralyzes us. So, Harry, why 50? Why does it all sort of come up to my age and your age? What's the big deal here?
Well, you know, if you didn't take care of yourself before, this is when the arteries really get into some problems. This is when the testosterone level declines. With that big belly, right? You break down that testosterone, and this is when you see ED. As a matter of fact, this is the age that men come to see me for erection drugs, erection-enhancing drugs, such as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra. And that already means you've bypassed it. You forgot about this. You forgot to take care of yourself up to this point. That means for the guys out there, that oil change needs to be done, the tune-up, everything. That's why it's so important to maintain it up to age 50.
So let me show you an animation that I think will explain what Dr. Fisher's talking about. So this is that rich plexus of blood vessels that goes down to the penis. And if you look at how the blood goes down there, it goes through two major red arteries along the back of the penis. And as they engorge, they'll dilate up the tissue underneath them as well. They'll squeeze off that blue vein so it can't get rid of the blood. And all the blood stays there while the erection lasts. That inside that you see here is what I showed you in that cadaveric organ in the very beginning of this segment. Now, what happens is you get to age 50 and beyond sometimes, if you've been smoking or you have, a little bit of diabetes, hypertension, you have plaque in there. That plaque blocks the arteries that bring blood down to the penis. So the red arteries no longer dilate. If they don't dilate, you don't get the engorgement, doesn't compress on the veins, and you don't get the erection that so many of us desire. It certainly doesn't last as long. And here to demonstrate, I've got two volunteers, John and James, and we're going to demonstrate exactly what we're talking about with blood flow to the penis. Okay. You're going to go through a normal-sized artery going to the penis at age 50. Go ahead. Okay. Head on through there. Okay? Now, this, unfortunately, is a clogged artery, and so you can't even get out. All right? You're stuck there. Now, James, please climb through your artery. Notice James, his artery has been temporarily dilated with a Viagra-like substance. He's got no problems at all. Come on out. Thanks, John. Now let's move down the timeline to the penis at age 60, and this is where the prostate comes into play. Harry, everybody I know who's 60 starts talking about problems with the engorgement of the prostate. Why is this happening?
You know, not everybody should have a problem. In fact, I think people should sleep all night. And the problem is when men get up at night, it's because the prostate gets bigger and the urine stream is not what it used to be. And what happens is, isn't it interesting that the most erectile dysfunction occurs right around the same time as people have prostate problems? Yeah. So you could actually improve your prostate and erections at the same time.
Similar approach?
Similar approach for sure.
All right, where's Michelle? Michelle, come on. Hey, Michelle. Thank you for joining us. How are you? You want Harry's face? Nice Michelle, where's your husband over there?
In the blue.
In the blue.
Hi, Michael.
Michael looks so guilty over there by himself.
Hey, Dr. Oz.
All right, so this piping bag, we're going to say, is Michael's bladder and urethra.
Okay.
Okay? And you can go ahead and take it. And just squeeze a little bit of urine out of there. There, pull it up a little high. There we are. Good. Perfect. Now, normally, of course, Michael, when he goes to the bathroom, wants to go like this. Now, let's just say that you're the prostate, and it's a little bit enlarged. I want you to clamp your finger down there and squeeze that off. No, nothing's happening now. No matter how hard I squeeze, nothing comes out. And that's what happens when you have prostatic hypertrophy. You're squeezing off below where the bladder is, so the urine can't get initiated, can't come out through the end, so you've got to get up all night long because this urine's not coming out the way it's supposed to. Some argue that there are many solutions for a healthy prostate, but it's too little, too late once you have the problem. I actually think it makes a ton of sense. And these, this balancing act, these are a great example of what I would do if you had prostatic hypertrophy. For one, saw palmetto, I think works great. Harry, you practice?
Does. Sure, we give it out all the time.
Yeah, it's it's easy to take 160 milligrams twice a day. You ought to make it part of your regimen if you're having problems with that. But also, you can take some foods that we think are beneficial for the prostate. They shrink the prostate. For some of the reasons Dr. Fish mentioned, they reduce the inflammation. They're rich in lycopene, like tomato juice. Daily watermelon actually also has lycopene in it. Gives you some fluid, washes out the system, but you also get the benefits of, the richness that's in there as well.
Okay, great.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. When we come back, I'm going to help him help you. The libido boosters he needs to get your sex life back on track.